Gardening often feels like an endless cycle of planting, tending, and replanting. But what if I told you there are plants you can sow once and then enjoy for many years without the hassle of starting over every season? That's the magic of perennial crops. These resilient plants not only save you time and effort, but also reward you with fresh harvests year after year, becoming true staples in your garden. If you've ever wished for crops that pay you back again and again, this guide will show you 7 of the very best. Start with asparagus for an early spring treat. Asparagus is one of those crops that rewards patience. It takes a little longer to establish, usually about 2 years before you can begin harvesting. But once it's settled, it can produce for 15 to 20 years. The secret to success with asparagus lies in planting crowns in well-drained soil, giving them plenty of compost-rich nutrition, and spacing them properly so the roots have room to spread. When the spears finally start appearing each spring, they arrive before most other vegetables, making asparagus one of the earliest and most exciting harvests in the garden. The key is to stop harvesting after about 6 weeks to allow the plant to restore its energy for the next season. Keep rhubarb thriving year after year. You know, rhubarb is really a gardener's gift that keeps on giving. Once established, it can last a decade or more with very little care. It thrives in cooler climates and produces those iconic red stalks each spring. What makes rhubarb special is how low maintenance it is. You simply need to mulch around it to keep the soil moist and remove flower stalks so all the energy goes into the edible stems. And honestly, a good feeding in early spring with composted manure works wonders. To keep plants healthy, never harvest more than 1/3 of the stalks at a time. If you treat it well, rhubarb will keep coming back like clockwork every year. Grow garlic once and, well, multiply your supply. Many gardeners treat garlic as an annual, but once you start growing it as a perennial, it turns into a renewable source of cloves year after year. The trick is to leave a few bulbs in the ground instead of harvesting everything. Those bulbs will sprout again, producing fresh greens in early spring and dividing underground to form new heads. If you want to fertilize garlic naturally, just mix 2 tablespoons of fish emulsion with 1 gallon of water and apply it directly to the soil every 3 weeks during its active growing season. This keeps bulbs plump and flavorful without synthetic chemicals. By letting some of your garlic naturalize, you'll never run out of cloves to cook with or replant. Enjoy the versatility of chives. Chives are honestly one of the easiest perennial herbs to grow, and they're just perfect for both beginners and seasoned gardeners. Once planted, they'll keep producing for years, offering fresh onion-flavored shoots almost all season long. Simply cut them back to encourage new growth, and they'll regrow quickly, giving you a near-constant supply. In early summer, chives produce beautiful purple blossoms that are not only edible, but also attract pollinators. Plant strawberries for sweet rewards. Strawberries are the quintessential perennial fruit, and once you grow them, you'll understand why gardeners really swear by them. Each plant can produce for 3 to 4 years before it needs replacing, and in the meantime, it sends out runners that create new plants on their own. The best way to keep strawberries thriving is to mulch with straw to keep the fruit clean and prevent weeds. For feeding, just dissolve 1 tablespoon of balanced organic fertilizer in 1 gallon of water and apply after the main harvest. This helps your plants store energy for the next year. With a little care, your strawberry patch will keep expanding and rewarding you with baskets of sweet, juicy fruit every summer. Harness the power of horseradish. Horseradish is a powerhouse plant that once planted can be harvested for decades. Its roots grow deep and strong, and the more you harvest, the more it seems to spread. So the key to controlling horseradish is designating a space just for it, as it can take over quickly. Harvesting usually happens in late fall, when the roots are at their most pungent. Add blueberries for a long-term fruit investment. Honestly, few things are as rewarding as stepping into your garden and plucking fresh blueberries straight from the bush. Once established, blueberry plants can produce for up to 20 years, making them one of the best long-term investments you can make in your garden. They do require acidic soil with a pH between 4.5 and 5.5, which you can achieve by mixing 1 tablespoon of vinegar into 1 gallon of water and applying it monthly during the growing season. Blueberries also benefit from mulching with pine needles, which helps maintain acidity. The beauty of these 7 plants is that they turn gardening into a long-term partnership rather than a constant race to replant. From the crisp sweetness of strawberries to the bold bite of horseradish, these crops keep giving back year after year, saving you both time and money while filling your garden with reliable harvests. Whether you're just starting your first garden or adding new layers to an established one, perennials are the smartest investment you can make. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share it with fellow gardeners. Here on Crop Corner, we're all about practical, lasting gardening tips that make your harvest better and your garden more rewarding every single season.